So let's just see how we can perform deletion in a splay tree. So as we know, splay tree is a self-adjusting binary search tree. So here the splaying is the process of moving elements to the root. So there are two types of splaying. We have the bottom-up approach, we have the top-down approach. So in the previous video we have talked about this bottom-up approach. Let's now talk about this top-down approach. So here we have the splay tree. Now to delete any node we have to follow these steps. So first of all we have to splay the node that we wanted to delete to the root. Then we can delete that node from the root. So when we delete that root node, so if we delete the root node, we're gonna have this left subtree and we're gonna have the right subtree. Then we have to join the left and the right subtree. Now while joining the left and the right subtree, we can have three cases. First of all, we can have both the left and right subtree that we have to join. Secondly, we can only have the left subtree and there is no right subtree. And thirdly, we do not have any left subtree, we have only the right subtree. So we're going to talk about each of these cases with one example. So like an example, suppose we wanted to delete the node 12. So the first step is to find that particular node. So 12 is less than 13, so we're going to go left, and here we have the node 12. So now we have to splay that particular node to the root of the tree. So here in this case we have to perform one right rotation or the jig rotation. So that means we have to splay the node 12. So after the splaying, this 12 will become the root node, 13 will be dragged down, and then we're gonna have 16, and on the left side we're gonna have 10 and then 7. So now we have to delete the node from the root. That means we have to delete that node 12. Now after performing the deletion, we have this left subtree and we have this right subtree. So we have to join the left and the right subtree. Now in this case, so we are talking about this case 1. Now while trying to join these two, we cannot just simply join them. Before that, we have to perform the splaying on the maximum element of this left subtree. Then only we can join this to the right subtree. So here we have this left subtree. Now the maximum value is 10. So we have to splay this maximum value to the root. So because here the 10 is already the root node, so we do not have to perform any kind of splaying. We can simply join the left and the right subtree. So that means this 10 will become the root node, and then on the right side we're gonna have this right subtree with all of the nodes, and this will be our tree after deleting the node 12. So we are done with this case 1. Let's now talk about this case 3. So suppose we wanted to delete the node 7. So the first step is to find that particular node. So 7 is less than 10. So here we have the 7. Now we have to splay that particular node to the root. So we have to perform the jig rotation or the right rotation. So if we perform the splay on this node 7, so this 7 will become the root node, 10 will be dragged down, and then we're gonna have the rest of the nodes. Now the node that we wanted to delete is at the root position. So we can simply delete that particular node. So after performing the deletion, you can see we have only the right subtree and there is no left subtree. So that means we are talking about this case 3. We do not have any left subtree, we have only the right subtree. So in that case, simply this right subtree will be our final output. So let's now talk about the second case where we're gonna only have the left subtree and there will not be any right subtree. So suppose we wanted to delete the node 17. So the first step is to find that particular node. So 17 is greater than 10, greater than 13, greater than 16, and here we have the node 17. So the second step is to splay that node 17 to the root. So first of all we have to perform double left rotation or the jag rotation. So if we perform 2 left rotation, so 17 will be dragged up. So here we're gonna have 17. 13 and 16 will be dragged down. So here we're gonna have 16 and then 13. Now because 15 was on the left side of 16, so here it will go on the right side of this 13. Now you can see still 17 is not at the root position. So again we have to perform another jag rotation or the left rotation. So if we perform the left rotation, 17 will become the root node, 10 will be dragged down on the left side, and here you can see 16 was on the left side of 17. After the rotation, 16 will be on the right side of this 10, and then all the nodes will stay as it is. So now the node that we wanted to delete is at the root position, so we can simply delete that node. So after the deletion, you can see we are left with only the left subtree and there is no right subtree. So that means we are talking about this second case. So because we have this left subtree, here also we have to perform this splaying. So we have to perform the splaying on the maximum value of this left subtree. So in this case we have to splay the maximum element of this left subtree. So that is the maximum element, so we have to perform one left rotation or the jag rotation. So 16 will be the root node, 10 will be dragged down, and then you can see 13 was on the left side, so here it will be on the right side of 10, and here we're gonna have the 15. So this will be our output after performing the deletion of the node 17. So we have covered all of these 3 different cases of joining the left and the right subtree. So let's now see what if the node that we wanted to delete does not exist. So like in example, suppose we wanted to delete the node 9. So the first step is to find that particular node. So 9 is less than 16, less than 10, and you can see 9 is not present in our tree. So in that case, because 10 was the last element that we have accessed while searching for the node 9, so that means we have to splay this particular node. So in this case we have to perform one right rotation or the jig rotation. So we have to splay that node 10. So after the splaying, the node 10 will be the root node, 16 will be dragged down. Now 13 was on the right side of 10, so here it will be on the left side of 16, and then we're gonna have 15. So this will be our final output. So we have covered all of the different scenarios while trying to delete elements from a splay tree. So hope you understand about the deletion process in case of this top-down approach. See you in the next one. Take care.